Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home was raided, but last Wednesday we had no idea why. I mean, obviously we do know the real reasons why, and it's just for political fun. But allegedly, we now know that it's because Donald Trump. I guess it's not really reported, but the FBI sought nuclear documents. Sharpens Trump showdown with Justice Department. This comes from CNN Politics, so you know it's super legit. Um, when this came out, I think it was, what day was this? The 12th, Friday. So right before the weekend, of course, they announced, hey, the reason why we raided his home is because we were looking for nuclear documents, and everybody said Trump had nuclear documents and he should be in jail. Um, now, I've said for several years now, they're not bringing the troops home from Afghanistan and all these places because they love them. They're bringing them home because they're actually bringing the war home, in my opinion, and they've been proving that time and time again as they wage war on, I don't know, your freedom of every kind. And now they're literally looking for WMDs. They labeled all the Trump supporters terrorists, but now they've completely just it's like the soft Disney reboot of every war we've ever been in. Now they're looking for WMDs in the MAGA crowd. Robbie, you're not Trump. Robbie, do you think that they're going to find the WMDs at Trump's Mar-a-Lago home that they're searching for?
I would well, I would venture to guess not, but if they did, doesn't that make them look even worse? Like, how do they not know that it was missing for this juncture of time? Or
It's
if they
true.
thought that there was a security risk,
It's been a while.
they're this incompetent that it took them that long to show up and get it. They're
Right.
kind of in a lose-lose here.
That's
Either
true.
they've completely made up that it's there, which is not great, or it is there, and then how incompetent is our government that they allowed, I guess, dangerous materials to just be sitting at Mar-a-Lago and didn't feel the need to urgently either offer more protection
Right.
to the president, which is not that. I mean, we got fucking military bases. Like, if something's dangerous and needs to be protected, we should be able to make those arrangements or go retrieve it.
Yeah.
But this seems like no matter what, you're kind of showing off that you're, you know,
That you
kind of
suck at your
fucked this
job.
one up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FBI didn't, or nobody realized for the last, what, year and a half, 2 years almost, that Trump had nuclear documents. Who the hell knows? He must have been giving those to Putin the entire time.
But I've been saying that Trump should say that he's got the Epstein safe, because he should say the reason why they came down here is I actually have pictures of Merrick Garland and Hunter Biden and Joe Biden triple teaming kids that they imported from China. Because at this point, like, it's odd that they went down there and they took materials and they won't tell us what the materials were.
Right.
So he might as well go with that. That would
Make
be
some
the
shit up.
funnest claim. And it would really put Merrick, because, and then he would go, yeah, of course, Merrick Garland's not going to tell you that those were the pictures, of course, because he was in them. That's why I had them. I was going to bring them all down. I was going to do the QAnon thing, but they took the files. It would be like the election claim. You can't prove it one way or another.
Right.
Epstein literally had a safe. The safe has gone missing because the FBI says that they only had a warrant to search the safe, but not take the safe. And then by the time they came back, it was gone. So Trump should say, well, I took it and I had it. And that's why Epstein's lawyer, who's this judge, wanted them to come into my house and take it away. And you'll never see the materials again. And when they tell you that that's not what I had, they're lying to you. And what are they going to do? They're going to go procure the materials. We're just going to end up in an us versus them of him
Right.
claiming that he had it and them claiming that, of course, he didn't. And then the more they claim they didn't,
So
they're
he's
admitting to
planting
the fact
evidence
that
on
it
them,
actually
basically.
existed. Yeah, that's what he should do. They took the Epstein. I had it. I was keeping it safe. I
Now,
wanted to show it to the American people. I just couldn't yet.
I've not heard this theory, and did you come up with this? Is this an original?
Yeah, but I have sources
Okay.
that they talk to me in my apartment when I'm alone.
The voices,
Yeah.
or your dog. So with it, like I mean, this is allegedly a joke that you're saying, but it sounds more believable than the official story. If Trump were to come out and say that, I'd be like, he's probably right. Like, I
Yeah, it
wouldn't
would
be.
sound like, oh, that's the missing piece of information here that makes this whole thing make sense.
Yeah.
The current version of the story is really irritating because the news starts with classified information, and then they go, well, he can declassify, and they go, oh, well, it wasn't about classified information. Read the warrant. It was about dangerous documents and a violation of the what's called. Now they're back to, well, he can't just declassify information. It's like, just give me the fucking news.
Right.
You know what I mean? It seems to me like they're almost fishing to see what public perception will be okay with, and
Yep.
then they're going to tell us that that was the story.
Yep.
I haven't quite figured out the joke on that, but it's a little bit like a sales game where you're like, well, what are you looking for? Oh, yeah, well, that's what we have here.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, it's classified. Oh, no, it wasn't that it was classified. It was that it was dangerous. Oh, no, it was the classified thing. It's like they're looking for us to
It's like
almost
PR
validate.
research.
Yeah. They're looking for, it's like, give me the fucking news.
Right.
Why were they there? What did they take? Why did they take it? Was it nuclear documents? Was it classified materials? And then we could start breaking down whether or not it's a problem. They keep like shifting the story, which makes me think everyone's just fishing right now for what they might be able to sell.
Yeah, it's like what do they call it when it's like testing out favorability of a product, and they do like blind testing with people to see like what they like and stuff like that. And it's like that, but on an unwitting population that has no idea that they are actually being experimented on to see what they'll fall for. Which in my opinion, is basically what COVID was the entire time. Anyway, so we're still just in that boat. But yeah, the whole thing to me just sounds so like on the nose, like crappy Hollywood script of like former president impeached twice, kicked out of office, basically, election stolen from, not stolen, we can't say that, election didn't go his way, and then he had the documents, just like he had this one piece of I don't know, like, is that how it works? Is it just like there's some papers and that's how you get nuclear bombs or something? And if you take those papers, then I don't know. I don't know how these secrets work, but it just seems like if this was written in a script, I'd be like, it's just a little too easy, guys. Like, come on.
It's like, what secrets did like Donald Trump's not an engineer.
Right.
So like, what kind of like nuclear plans was he looking at that he could have stolen that he could then sell to like, what did he call someone up at like the nuclear submarine base one day? And he goes, hey, I want to see the design on our new engines.
Right.
And then he decided to take it. And then he decided to take it home. And then he realized that the easiest way for him to make money was going to be to sell those secrets to somebody else, even though he wants to run for president
to keep
again.
them for a year and a half in a safe.
Just for fun. Like, he likes looking at it. He gets off the designs.
Yes.
That's his newest thing, is he just likes getting off to like nuclear submarine designs. Right. Like, what the fuck? Like, you got to come up with something here. Give me something.
I'll make questionable decisions.